There we go. I am infinitely more comfortable now. Well, no, because it's still... I still got to get... Because it's not going to show me the TikTok messages. Well, we just can't have that. We can't have that, guys. Let me see here. Trying to get... I got to get my TikTok messages pulled up. Otherwise, frankly, there just ain't any point. Let's see here. Bear with me. I'm trying to get all this set back up here. So, come on. Can't open because window. Oh, well, duh. I don't want it for Windows. That's why. I gotta get it for my Mac. Duh. Let me just see here. To whoever's on TikTok, give me a second. I'm trying to get my messages pulled up here. I know that I'm streaming to TikTok. Let's see here. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Surely it's gonna give me something besides Windows. Hold on, TikTok peeps. I had the studio downloaded. TikTok Studio for Mac. It's not letting me see y'all's messages right now. Just give me a second. Oh, because it's Windows only. That's why. What's up, Tracy? Okay, I'm going to run, I guess, 2 separate streams because that's all I can do right now. Let's see here. We're just going to have to run 2 separate streams, guys, I guess. That's all I can do right now. That's all I can do right now. Well, okay, TikTok, I guess we got it figured out now. Apparently, the TikTok app is only for Windows now. So, who would have thunk it? So, I was using my streaming software to try to go live on TikTok. However, it wasn't going to work because I couldn't see my messages. We can't be doing that. You know? We can't be doing that. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so I haven't went live in a long time. So I'm still trying to get some of that stuff figured out. But it's okay. We're going to manage. Good. How you doing, Tracy? just resize this design. What up, TikTok? I see you guys over here. Smokey, I see you. I'm just trying to... I was going to use my streaming software, which would have worked great, but apparently it's Windows only, and I'm not going to drag out my Windows laptop. So I've got two separate streams going on right now because I guess that's how I roll now. Don't worry, Tracy. I'm going to get a cooler background here in just a second. Tennessee Vols, Teddy, Eric, Carol. What's up? No, we don't want it for the overlay. That's not going to do us no good. Now, is it? Ask yourself, is that going to do us any good? No, it's not. No, it's not. Of course not. Let's see. There we go. Oh, now we're cooking with peanut oil. What's up, Tanya? Silent cow. By the way, I'm not talking to myself. I've got TikTok off over here to the side because, why not? Oh, I still got my messages on loop. How you doing, Tanya? I'm doing great. Can't complain whatsoever. Wouldn't matter if I did. At the end of the day, wouldn't matter. Right. Let's see if I can go live on some other channels here. And we can go live on Twitch. Might as well. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that, Tanya. This is kind of an old page on YouTube, to be honest with you. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. Sometimes I play video games, sometimes I watch football, sometimes I just hang out and talk. I don't know. Jeremy Langston. By the way, I'm not talking to myself, guys, on TikTok. I've got a whole separate stream going where I'm just hanging out and talking to Tracy and Tanya on YouTube and Facebook. And then I've got TikTok separate because apparently you have to have Windows to use software. Who would have thunk it? You're doing a great job on this live. I'd love to stay connected. Yeah, you can add me as a friend, I guess, if you want. Just follow me on my Facebook page. Trying to surprise Theology. No, sorry, I can't do that. I do play Fortnite sometimes, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time, Tanya. Am I saying that right? Is it Tanya or Tanya? I could be butchering your name. I apologize. No, like I've gone live plenty of times. It's just I had all my softwares and stuff set up, and then I quit using them or whatever because I usually don't stream when it's not football season. So um, this is just like an impromptu live, basically. I didn't really plan on going live. It just kind of happened. Gil, there you are, buddy. We got back up and rolling. I was going to go live and use my software to go live. And I was live on TikTok, I'm pretty sure. But the problem was I couldn't see any of my messages, so defeated the whole purpose. So, yeah. Which I wonder if I can go live. I'm going to see if I can go live on... I can't remember if I got the TikTok app on here or not. Bear with me, Facebook and YouTube. Give me 1 second here. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I might have deleted the app on here, honestly. TikTok, TikTok. I probably have to download it from the browser. Yeah, I like Fortnite too. Well, I'd rather call you by what your name is and pronounce it correctly. It could be Tanya, could be Tanya. We don't know. Let's see. Get app. Is TikTok like. Is it Windows only now? That would be kind of weird if it was. It could be. Could be. Oh, how you been, Gil? I guess next time I go live, I'm gonna have to use my Windows laptop, which I have a gaming laptop. I just don't ever use it. You know, I gotta stay on top of the comments there on Facebook and YouTube. Sometimes it don't refresh my things. Fam is good. Um, my daughter's sixth birthday was this morning, so that was nice. Got to hang out with family and stuff. That was pretty cool. Can't complain there. Life's just been lifing. It's been kind of crazy, you know. I stay way busier than people realize. Hmm. Tanya, okay. That's what I figured, but I was like, it could be Tanya. You never know. I don't want to be mispronouncing, no, mispronouncing people's names or nothing. That'd be terrible. That would be just awful. I'm usually pretty good though at. I'm usually pretty good at pronouncing people's names though. I used to have to do it at one of my old jobs. I had a lot of different people, a lot of different names and stuff. My phone's at 40%, by the way, TikTok. So I'm gonna try to. I'll stay live, I guess, long enough for that to die out or something. Rick, Ron Simpson, what's up? I'm trying to like get my live chops back up. It's not quite football season yet, but I'm gonna try to start going live a little bit more often. Kind of get back in the swing of stuff and the swing of stuff. So Tanya, there you go. That's, I mean, I gotta pronounce it right if I'm gonna pronounce it. Papa Pete, Camden Carter. Thank you guys, appreciate it. I usually don't go live vertical though. So how's everybody doing tonight? I'm just chilling, but like, I mean, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I guess prefer to stay out of politics, but everything else is cool. I guess. Tanya, Tanya Kent. Mm. Do I have any more Coke Zero left? No. I tried to switch to green teas instead of uh, zeros just because it's a little cleaner, but I do like my zeros though. There's no doubt about that. So Tanya, do you watch college football at all? Yana, Yana. I'm gonna say Yana. That feels right. I could be totally wrong. Says my phone has good connection though. We're at 39% though. Tanya Hall, welcome. What's my favorite name? Oh, favorite game? Like what on Xbox? I really don't play Xbox that much anymore. I would say I play Fortnite the most on Xbox, but I'm not very good at it because I mean, like I said, I don't play enough. Fortnite's definitely up there. Well, so I like playing NCAA football, but I don't have enough money to get the new console. So I, I was just playing the old school game there for a while. Papa Pete. That's a good name. It's a real good name. I like it. Fortnite on PS5. I've always been an Xboxer. I would be willing to switch to PS, but I've been Xbox for a long time. I need to get a new console at some point though, so I can play some of the newer games and stuff. I've been so busy and stuff with everything. I just hadn't done it. GTA Redhead, what up? I think you're a recently new follower, if I'm not mistaken. I think I had a bunch of new followers on TikTok. I started posting again. I hadn't posted in a while. Started popping out videos a little bit more. Trying to stay active. Tuval93. What up? Vote go. Vote go on what? Or you mean go Vols? Is that what you meant? Got a PS5 for Christmas. That's cool. Boo Carter situation's insane. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with that. Um, there was kind of like rumors at the beginning of the year that he might be trying to get more money, and then it was like I thought we got it worked out. Now it's like okay, I don't know if he's holding out or what, but definitely don't want to lose him. Go Vols! Yeah, of course, of course. So we got what? A couple of you guys on YouTube, one of you guys on Twitch, a couple of people on TikTok. I've not went live in so long, so I'm literally just kind of waiting on it to do its thing. Can't afford for him to leave. I agree. McCoy's all we got. Yeah. I mean, as far as the recruiting goes, I mean they've done okay, I guess, but now it's nothing but a money game now. So just straight up money game. Oh, yes. I appreciate that, Rodney. Yeah, like I said, I used to go live. I usually go live every Saturday night during football season, and then I kind of take a breather. I used to try to go year round, but dude, it just drained me too much. But I'm trying to get like back in the swing of it. NIL has definitely ruined the game. I agree with you. No, Tanya, I don't go. I don't always go live. During football season, I usually go live every Saturday night. Um, and most of the time, we just talk about college football and stuff like that. And then when college football wraps up, I usually just kind of take a break for a while, and then but I'm trying to get back in the habit of going live more often. I don't know if I'm going to go live every Saturday night, but you know, for right now though, I'm just trying to get a little bit more frequent with it. Most of the time, I just like to hop on here and hang out. It's not like I don't do a lot of the uh, like on TikTok and stuff. I don't do the battles or the verses or whatever they call it. I usually just hop on here and hang out. That's pretty much it. Hang out, chit chat, and talk with whoever. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know how long I'll go live tonight. I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit, hang out with you guys, start plugging back into the algorithms a little bit. Benny W. Not just follow me on YouTube, and then actually, if you follow me on YouTube, I'll go ahead and follow you back. I can pull it up on the other screen, I think. Let's see. Let me switch over here. But yeah, if you'll follow me on YouTube, I'll follow you back. I got it pulled up now. Just vibing. Brooke's business. What business you got, Brooke? Let's talk about your business. Or maybe you don't want us to talk about your business. I don't know. Maybe you want me to mind my business. It's totally possible. Yeah, like I said, I got my YouTube pulled up. I'll follow you back once the notification pops. Pops. Pop, pop, pops. Yeah, I will get the yes, go Vols Zeno. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I would be wearing my Vols hat, but it is in our room, and my wife and my 6-year-old are sleeping in my bed right now. So don't want to wake them up to get my Vols hat, but it's never too early to break it out, though. Let's see here. Just checking some notifications and stuff right now. Yeah, like I said, usually, guys, I would have my software and everything set up, but it messed up on me. I was going to go live on TikTok, and I realized that apparently it is Windows only, so I wasn't going to drag my other laptop out just for that. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, usually anytime I go live, I just hang out. Sometimes people want to goof around. Sometimes people want to talk about some heavy stuff. I just hang out. Most of my live following, if you want to call it that or whatever, is on TikTok. Um, but I'm trying to work the other socials in where I can. So trying to look around my webcam. Right now, I'm just chilling, listening to some music. I was gonna watch like TV or something, but sometimes when I watch TV, I get a little distracted. So just chilling with some music right now. I figured, I've been posting more on TikTok and everything, so which my dog's barking for some reason. Denver, stop. He's a pretty good guard dog, so usually if he starts barking, I kind of get a little bit more on alert. Appreciate that, Tanya. Most of the time, it's more on TikTok than anything else. But the way like TikTok and all the socials work, though, it's like if you go live all the time, it'll start pumping people in. But where I haven't went live in a while, uh, it's I'm basically just going live on TikTok and stuff to plug back in. Put on Rocky Top, let's go. I would, dude, but like my whole family's asleep, and if I start getting too crunk, and I wake my 1 year old up and my 6 year old, my wife might stab me, and we don't want that. But yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, I'm ready for football season, dude, for sure, for sure. Like I said, I keep like looking TikTok. You guys can, I mean, I can show you guys this, but I've got, right now I've got. Well, see, you guys can see that too, but so TikTok, you guys are looking at Facebook, Facebook, Twitch, and I don't know what else is going right now, but I've got my webcams right here, and so I have to like look above my my webcam to try to see the messages and stuff. So, dude, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like during football season, nobody's really sleeping. If the football game's on, but for right now, dude, if I wake them up, it's. I would much rather upset you guys for not playing Rocky Top than upset them. Because, dude, if my 1 year old wakes up and she don't sleep like she did last night, that's gonna be bad. What about deer season? I like hunting. I just never did it before, but I feel like it's fun. Yeah, I've never went hunting myself. When like back when I was a little bit younger, I used to get together with buddies and shoot targets and stuff. Um, but it's been a while since I've even shot any of my guns. But I would like to go hunting at some point. I've got some buddies that have some land and stuff. Actually, I have a buddy of mine that just got um, decent chunk of land. But one of these days, I'll call in a favor. But I work so much during the week, so it's like I don't want to work all week and then be gone like all day Saturday and stuff, especially when my kids are little. But when my daughter gets a little bit older, I may try to see if I can get her into fishing or something, you know. The infant stage is fun, but yeah, this will probably be. I've got a 6 year old and then I got a 1 year old. So when we get past this infant stage, I'd say we're probably going to be done. We might adopt or something down, but ooh, watching this season from Louisiana. Why Louisiana? I live in East Tennessee, not too far from Knoxville, but I was born and raised in Knoxville. Right now, I'm shooting for 10:30. I think it's 10:30 Eastern time. Is going to be my my goal. I think I can't stay up too late because I still got to get up and go to church tomorrow. But I want to at least, like I said, I'm just trying to get my chops back. During football season, though, I go live pretty much every weekend. Denver, Denver, hey, stop, stop it, hey, stop. I think the trash bag shifted a little bit, and he heard that and is like tripped out. He thinks somebody's coming in. Stationed in Louisiana. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for telling me that because I had no idea that that was you, Alex. I used to fish with my dad, but sadly he passed away in September. Oh, I hate to hear that, Tanya. Um, yeah, I hate to hear that. So you're coming up on a year. That's rough. My wife, she lost her mother. That's been several years back. But that was a rough time. But yeah, it's our parents, man. Like when we don't realize until they're gone, you know, how how big of an impact on our lives that they have. So I can't imagine. My dad's like, my hero pretty much. But yeah, Alex, I'm glad you said something, dude, because I would not have known. I mean, on my side, all I see is a tiny little picture and then Zeno865. That's all I see. So I wouldn't have known otherwise. Dude, I've not talked to Shannon, bro, in like, I don't know how long, man. Me and Shannon used to be tight, and then he got with his lady there, and then I seen him less, and then to be honest with you, I don't even know what happened. We just quit hanging out, I guess. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I've not talked to Shannon in forever. Uh, it was probably I can't even remember the last time I seen him. He moved off to Nashville and started working in the record business. Last I heard, September 20th. Yeah, man, I hate to hear that. Me and my mom aren't really that close, but me and my dad are super close. So if I lost my dad, that would be really rough. Um, so like I said, my dad has not passed away, but I could definitely empathize because I mean I could imagine how hard that would be. You should always spend time with your family because you don't know how much time you have left. Yeah, I agree. So me and my dad actually go to church together. So we sit next to each other every Sunday, and then usually after church, I'll go hang out at my dad's house, and it's like my dad, my stepmom, the rest of like our immediate extended family and stuff. Like family's a big deal for me. Um, and I still hang out with my cousins and stuff quite a bit too. So, um, you know, uh, I see my family quite a bit, so I'm blessed as far as that goes. It's probably been a year since I talked to him. He called me when he found out his wife was pregnant. They just had the baby recently. Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. I don't even think I'm friends with him on Facebook or anything anymore. Um, like I said, we used to be pretty tight, and then we kind of quit hanging out, and I don't even remember why. But he was always a good dude. I just you know we always bonded off of music and stuff. So, but yeah, dude, I can't remember the last time I talked to him. It's been a long time. Yeah, I didn't even know that him and his wife were pregnant or any of that. Time, man, time. It's like it just you blink and it's like gone. And there's so many people that I used to be tight with, and it's like I don't know. Everybody just gets a little older, starts living their lives, and then it's like you don't mean to drift out apart, but it just happens. You know. Hey, thank you for the likes, TikTok. Appreciate that. So, are you still tight with your mom, Tanya? It be like that sometimes. Yeah, I mean, last time I remember us hanging out was at Shannon's house. Alex, that was like the last time I can remember. Well, what's the latest? Dream Day or Daydream Fisher says. I don't know. What do you mean? What's up, Robert? See, y'all start piling in. I was like, I'm probably gonna hang out till like 10:30, and then TikTok, my peeps start piling in. Uh, Nothing much, man. Just living life. Well, you want to know, Daydream Fisher? Latest is living life. My 5 year old turned 6 yesterday, so we did the birthday party today. 1 year old just turned 1 year old last month. Life is a blur. Boogate 2025. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, hopefully we can keep Boo Carter. I mean, we can't afford to lose him, but nowadays it's just all a money game, man. Yes, I did teach at church. I taught Sunday school. It was like 2 weeks after Father's Day, which it went good from what I can hear. From what everybody said. I guess I could have lied. Um, I think there's still a Facebook. Yeah, you have to send me that Facebook video. I remember us driving around I think we were riding around in Shannon's car or something, blaring some music and stuff. Gonna hear Monday or Tuesday, I reckon. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I didn't even. I try to keep up with it now, dude, but with the NIL stuff, it's gotten so hard to keep. I can barely keep up with all of our guys moving around, but the rest of college football, dude, I can't keep up. It's like I try to, but it ain't about money this time. I think it's about attitude. Yeah, I don't really know what's up with Boo Carter and all that. Tanya says, I still love my mom a lot, but we're still sad about my dad. Understandably, he was my best friend. Were they still married too when he passed? My parents got divorced a while ago, so just got home from Pigeon Forge. Ooh, it sounds fun though. Pigeon Forge, man. We just went up that way in June. I took a staycation. We drove up there. It's been a while. Hunter joined. I was going to go live with my software. That way I could hopefully have everybody in the chat together because I've got Facebook, YouTube, like Twitch, and maybe one more on a different stream. But I'm reading the messages though, so I guess it works. Yeah, we went up to Pigeon Forge and went to one of them arcades, and it was funny. I spent a bunch of money for my 5 year old to play a bunch of games and stuff, and she ended up wanting to ride just this like virtual roller coaster thing. So she got like next to no tickets, but that stuff's overpriced anyways. So green tea, man, that's like my new obsession. I quit drinking zeros as much. Abby, Tessa, Jerry Smith 5229, Dominga Furman. That sounds like, I feel like I'm mispronouncing it, but that's what it said. Next time, I need to drag out my Windows computer, I guess, and try to. I think I've still got TikTok Live downloaded on that, but I tried. So I think I was going live on my software, but the problem was I couldn't read the TikTok messages, so kind of made no sense. Cheyenne, Bob Glassett. My parents, they were. Okay, they were never married, they were dating, but then they split up. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty common nowadays. My parents split. They stayed together for, mm, I don't remember, probably like 20 years or something like that. Just wanted to tell you that my daughter led 2 boys to the Lord 3 weeks ago. Dude, that's awesome, man. She's out there just slinging it, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, my faith has become a very, very big part of my life over the last 2 years, which I grew up in church, then walked away. So I grew up in church. um, about freshman-ish year of college, quit going to church, had a lot of church hurt and stuff like that. And then there wasn't really a term for it back then, but I guess you could say I deconstructed my faith. Um, Never fully walked away from it, built it back up, but then I still didn't go to church for like 10 years. And then my daughter was like 2, maybe 3 or so. And we're like, it might not be a bad thing to start getting back into it. And at first, I really didn't want to go, but then once I started going, it did a lot of good. Turned my life around. And dude, what's funny is now uh, everything's kind of firing on all cylinders, really. I mean, dude, now I'm not talking like prosperity gospel or anything like that, but like this year uh, has been the most financially successful year that I've ever had. Been the less stressful year that I've ever had. Now it's been super stressful in some areas, but a lot of the other areas it's not been that stressful. And then I've got a bunch of side gigs going, video gigs and stuff. Uh, so that's been good, like 300 a pop on the video gigs, and just it's just you know, life is easier but more difficult all at the same time. But I think that goes with anything though. Like it doesn't really matter, whether you believe in God, don't believe in God. Um, if you don't have like your priorities and stuff in line, dude, it'll get away from you. Um, like if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what your priorities are, everything's going to get out of whack. So primitive Baptist, aka old school Baptist. I grew up in a lot of old school Baptist churches for sure. TJ says everything goes so much better when we obey the Lord and do His will. My life is a testament of that because I tried to do it my own way and it just did not work. Um, so I don't even think I told you guys on TikTok this or not, but my wife wrecked her car probably a month ish ago now, and used to that would have absolutely like wrecked me. I would have been like stressing, like, dude, what are we gonna do? I don't know, like, oh, how are we gonna afford another car? But this time around, I was like, hey, look, everybody's fine. Her knee got banged up. She's got an MRI checkup on Tuesday, but um, her knee got banged up. But the whole time, I was like, hey, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. And we got like the first quote was like 4,300. My dad had a pretty solid car. Um, he let us borrow it, and then he's like, "Hey, look, if you'll give me 3,500, we'll call it square." So had some money left over. We replaced the car seats and everything. But yeah, I had money left over. I mean, it just the whole thing was smooth. But yeah, that's pretty much how I live my life now, though. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, soul, and mind. Yes. Um, I've learned if I just let God lead, the rest just falls into place, and it's way less stressful. Yeah, it never works. Thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Me and my family started going to church again. I've got to get back close to Him, dude. That's awesome, man. Church is a good. So my thing is like technically you don't have to go to church in order to be close to God. However, it only helps. So, like, my cousin races NASCAR part time. Um, and he also recently he got his health in line first, and then he started going back to church and getting closer to God and stuff, which a lot of people are right now. But it's like I was explaining to him. I was like, can you not qualify and just show up and race. Now, granted, the team has to have points and all that. I'm not going to get into the schematics, but it's like, can you show up and race without training or practicing? Like, yeah, you can. Uh, Probably not going to get the result that you want. So, but I've found that like once you get rooted in church and you actually go to like connection group and you find a good church, then yeah, it definitely helps, and it's helped us out a lot as well. Just staying rooted. Alex says finally started giving sacrificially to the Lord, and I've been more blessed financially this year than I ever have. Same thing with me, man. Like this past year is the first year I've ever actually like attempted to tithe. Um, and like I said, I think the Lord really, I think He does bless that because ever since we started tithing, dude, it's like there's been times where I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do, and then it's like all of a sudden we'll just get somebody will give us, hey, here's a bunch of hand me down clothes, or we've had random money show up just out of the blue, other various forms of blessings and stuff. So I definitely think that there's something to that. Tanya says they broke up because my dad started talking to another woman. Ooh, she was abusive towards me, but now I'm with my real mom. I hate to hear that because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like everybody's trying to find love. So it's like, obviously my dad remarried, and my dad and my stepmom's awesome, but there's always these weird little things with like, you know, when you have um, what am I trying to say? Not a mixed family. I don't know what the word is, but there's always some weird little things that go along with that. But I hate to hear that. I'm glad you got out of that situation, though. It's a good way to keep us right on track. I agree with you on that one. It just keeps you grounded. What's up, man? Georgia and Tennessee is going to be a good game. I hope so. I'm just glad that we've got competitive again. I don't know how our QB situation is going to be this year, though. You know, uh, if if the QB situation's okay, I hope we can be competitive. I'm at that point right now where I'm good. I'm good with winning 9 and 10 games and building a program. A lot of Tennessee Vols fans are ready to fire the coach and start over every time we don't win like 10 games. But for me, we have been bad for so long. I'm good with that. Now, at some point, yeah, I'd like to start pushing past that. But making the playoffs last year was good. I know we got stomped, but I think Nico was maybe on the way out already. Who knows? Same here, brother. How long you gonna be live? Gonna go get these kids to bed real quick. I said 10:30, but I mean, if y'all are still hanging out, I mean, I'll probably hang out for a little bit longer. My stepmom is evil, but I don't have to worry about her anymore because I don't need to see her and not with her anymore. That's true. Obviously, I would rather your dad still be here with you, but I mean, at the same time, getting out of that situation's not bad. So, in that aspect, I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, I hope Georgia and Tennessee is going to be a good game. I don't know, man. The problem with the Vols is we lose games that we should win, and we win games that we shouldn't. So it's maddening. Aspect joined. That's a pretty cool name. Aspect. Aspect. Aspect of what? Long as you get into the playoffs, you're good. That's the way I see it. Georgia was an example of getting the first bye. I think the committee was just trying to like. I mean, it's all about ratings, but if Georgia gets in there and wins every year, like it's great for Georgia fans, but I think the committee knows that can be a little boring. Is it at home? If so, that will help. I believe it is at home this year, so that will definitely help. You should have more people watching you live right now, bro. Well, technically, um, so I think you and Alex are the only ones on YouTube. But so where I don't go live as much, or I haven't been going live, I'm not plugged into algorithms right now, so eventually that'll keep growing and it'll start coming back. But there's like between all platforms, there's about like 15 or so that's live right now. Eventually, I'll get my software and stuff figured out. That way, I can get all y'all in the same one. Georgia is at Tennessee. Yes, it is. That's the only thing we got going for us. We got to go to Florida, though, which we obviously never win. So, I mean, it's like all these Florida fans have been hopping on my videos and stuff like, yeah, we're going to beat you when you get it. I'm like, yeah, probably. Like, we never win in Florida. So, I mean, you probably will. I'm not even going to fight you on that one. I mean, you know. Thought my foot was about to cramp up there for a second. Where did I set my waters over here? Hold on. I got my bougie water, and then I got my cheap water. But I'm gonna pour my cheap water into my bougie water. That way, I feel fancy. What's my YouTube name? My YouTube name, I think it's just at Big Drewski. It's like Big Lebowski, but it's Big Drewski. Now, I've had some people give me crap for using the name Big Drewski, but not that. Obviously, I'm not more famous than the other Big Drewski, but I was using this before he got popular. So until somebody tells me I have to change it, I'm leaving it. Maybe if you can give me a Fortnite username, we can play Dude, honestly, I would love to play Fortnite tomorrow, but I'm not even 1,000% sure where my Xbox is at. Like, I've literally not played a video game in probably at least a year and a half. I mean, you can probably go back on my YouTube and look at whenever the last time I went live and played a video game was. It's been a while. Beauty and Brains joined. Which one's more important though, beauty or brains? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Which one do you think's more important? Some people would say beauty, and to be honest with you, with this social media stuff, if I was a hot chick, things would be a lot easier. There's no doubt in that. Like, when you're a hot chick, you can just like show a little cleavage and not really be very talented and make a lot of money. Guys like me have to be smart, funny, witty, good at stuff. I guess if I was in better shape, that would probably help too. But you know, but yeah, no, I play Fortnite sometimes, but by sometimes I mean like maybe 12 times a year, if that. By the way, TikTok, if you guys are still hanging out, hit the like button a few times. I got 3 likes. I'm used to seeing like 10,000 likes at least. So I don't have to hit 10,000, but just hit those likes a little bit. That would make me feel a little bit more at home, you know. My mom said she couldn't stop crying the day my dad died. You're talking about your birth mom? Heart attack. So it was definitely unexpected. Yeah. That's rough, dude. That's rough for sure. Um, I don't know what your religious standpoint is, but my faith is, that's sometimes the only thing that gets me through stuff. A lot of people think you're stupid if you have any kind of faith, but I just have a hard time believing in the statistical improbability that everything come from nothing, though. You know, but but I mean that's rough, unexpected. I've had people in my life pass away unexpectedly, but that's rough. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Warrior joined. I'm live on, I think, well, what am I live on? Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and a couple other things, but TikTok, you guys are separate. You guys are special. Thank you for the heart. Let me see. Am I following you already? Am I? I don't know if I'm following you or not. People that send me gifts, though, I do follow back. That's just the least I can do. Um, yeah, I'll follow you back after the live. That's the first thing I do after I'm done going live. Anybody that sends a gift, even if it's small, I just follow them back. That's just the easiest thing I can do. Tanya says, my dad was going to get me a dirt bike for Christmas, but he died before he could give me it. That was going the person that was going to give me a gift gave it to me for free. Oh, that's cool, though. Obviously, I'm sure you'd rather have your dad, though, than a dirt bike, but at least when you ride it, you can think of him, though. Roscoe. Oh, man. I'm not used to these late night lives anymore. By the way, my phone, which would be you guys, TikTok, my phone's at 23%, so we'll see what happens. Hey, you got the likes going now, though. Thank you. That makes me feel better about myself. Like I said, I'm used to seeing a lot of likes. Now, I usually don't hop on here and pub likes a lot. I don't ask for gifts. The only thing that I'll say is like, hey, if you do send gifts, I usually follow back because that's like the least I can do. So, Warriors, the number one fan in the fan club. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. Let's see. TikTok, we've had 400 total views. What else? That's about it. There's some other stats, but the other ones are, yeah. What's my TikTok? Jennifer says, don't let me hold on. I think it's just at Big Drewski. It might be at Big Drewski, like Big Lebowski. But yeah, there's definitely more people over on TikTok. But like I said, TikTok's separate. My site link on Facebook isn't working. I think my website's down. It keeps popping in there and saying to go to my website, but I think I let it lapse a long time ago. I've thought about doing like Patreon or something, but I'm not big on like. To me, when I do the lives, I prefer to just hang out. So like, I usually don't try to like pub stuff. And with Patreon, a lot of it's kind of pubby. It's like, you know, do this, download that, whatever. But yeah, no, TikTok is just at Big Drewski or at Big Ladrewski. There's a picture of me with an American flag behind me, and I'm doing this. That was a snapshot from a video. I do think of him sometimes when I ride it. My mom printed me a blanket of a picture with his face on it. That's cool, man. I keep saying man. I think you said, I forgot what you said your YouTube thing is. In theory, you could be she. Tanya makes me, I mean, that could go either way. So I say bro and man and dude a lot, whether I'm talking to girls or not, though. So, but y'all gotta remember, like literally, all I'm seeing is a tiny little picture with a username or a name. So I just have to just go with the flow. You guys can follow me wherever you want, but I'm the most active on TikTok. It's just easier. We hit 1,100 likes on TikTok. Thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. It just makes you feel good. It helps with the algorithms, but you know, like I said, normally during football season, them likes is like way up. So As long as I hit 1,000, I'm like, okay, yeah. I've got this thing on where it's like it's just background music, but it's showing like all these sweeping rivers and brooks and mountains and stuff. It's very relaxing. John Young. Actually, I need to look and see what my username is. Oh, it is at Big Drewski. Big Drewski, like Big Lebowski. Lebowski, but it's Drewski. Got to be unique. The phone's at 21%. It's ticking down. My phone cord is plugged into my webcam though. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch is they're hogging my phone juice. They're going old school right now. My mom put my phone name under her name, but I'm a guy. Okay, that makes sense. Well, like I said, I'm reading Tanya, so it's like typically that would be like a woman's name. So I was kind of like, but then you told me your YouTube name was something different earlier. Let me scroll back up. Eh, trying to scroll back up. Benny. So, like I said, if you follow me on YouTube, I'll follow you back. Let me see. Let me see if that notification's popped up yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We'll get there though. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to bed at some point here, peeps. I'll hang out a little bit longer though. What time is it? 10:46. By 11, I'll have to roll out. Team Mocha. Oh man, getting too old for these late Saturday nights. Getting too old for it. I'll have to be pounding coffee in the morning. But I do enjoy hanging out with you guys. Enjoy talking to you guys. If you hadn't already, follow and all that. I'm way more active on TikTok though, for sure. That's an old school one there. Alex said he's putting the kids to bed, so I'm trying to give him a minute to get back in here. But 11, I think, is all I'm going to have. I think that's all I got in me. 11 Eastern Standard Time. If my phone don't die before then, that's all I got. So whatever y'all want to talk about, let's get it out while I still got a little bit of energy, because I'm gonna be passing out here in a minute. I think the trash bag that I'm gonna throw away tomorrow might have fell over earlier too. I'm hoping it didn't go all over the place, but you get that sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll set a Patreon up or something. I don't know. That'd be good to give somebody something to go to. Alex is back. If that's okay with you, if you could keep streaming someone on YouTube too, because I don't have a TikTok, my mom won't get it for me. Yeah, I mean, I will probably stream on all of them. I'm just more active on, so I'm most active on TikTok, and then I'm second most active on Facebook. I do stuff on YouTube, just not as much. Alex, where at in Louisiana are you stationed? At some point, I want to go down and tour the Duck Dynasty, the Duck Commander uh, warehouse and all that. At some point, I got my bougie water. Yeah, the next time I go live, which I don't know if that'll be next Saturday night or not, but the next time I go live, I guess I will dig my Windows computer out, see if I can get the TikTok live studio thing set up. So the software that I have Facebook and YouTube on, and Twitch and all that, I can go live to TikTok on there. But the problem is when I did it earlier, I couldn't get my messages. So everybody on TikTok could have been talking to me. I wouldn't have known. Shreveport. I've been through there a few times. Yeah, I just want to go tour it like once. The Duck Commander warehouse because I mean I still watch the original Duck Dynasty like all the time. I'm fading, guys. 10 more minutes. I got 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to pass out. But you guys have been, for a first live back, I honestly didn't know if anybody was going to hop on. So, because it's all algorithms, right? So it's like the more you go live, the more you post, the more you do all that, everybody hops in. Um, but I've not gone live in so long. So, like, literally, I was just sitting here tonight and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go live for a little bit and just start getting back in the rhythm some. But now, those Tennessee football games, those Saturday nights, I'll be staying up watching the game and going live. So, and last year, I actually streamed parts of the game. I had to mute it, but I streamed parts of the game. So, probably going to try to do that again this year. Everybody seemed to get a kick out of that. So, church is going to be rough in the morning. I'm going to be having to pound that coffee like nothing. Next time you go live, and other times after that, to keep going live on YouTube as well, like you're doing now, because I want to keep watching your live. Yep, I mean, like I said, I plan on going live. It's easier for me if I can have everybody in the same live. That way I can read all the messages and stuff, but I'll get it figured out. I'll work the kinks out and all that. Hello, Ella. What's up? Come on down. We'll hit the Dynasty shop, get some fishing in, check out some of the planes we got here on the base. I would like to go down there at some point. I just, like, right now, like, I've built my money up enough to where it's comfortable ish. But I mean, I just can't afford vacations right now. We got another staycation in September we're gonna probably do, but no promises on what I'll be doing. But I would like that though. I'd love to go tour it at least once. Good, how you doing? Ella, 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 a, under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, a. Can't complain. I'm gonna be live for about 7 more minutes. Uh, so yeah. But what's up? I'll talk to you while I'm here though. It's like I don't go live for a long time because it is draining. But then when I do go live, I meet a lot of cool people. And then I'm like, maybe I should go live more. But then when it comes time to go live, I'm like, it's really draining, you know. Y'all are always welcome to crash at the house. Doors always open. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really do. Man, dude, Louisiana. I mean, I guess I could fly down, but dude, Louisiana in a car would be rough. I would love to rent an RV or something one time. I'm hoping the at some point the side business stuff with the video and all that'll take off, or the content creator stuff, whatever will take off to where eventually I can quit my job because it's very hard to create content when you have a job. But yeah, I really appreciate that. We got 5 minutes, guys. So blow the likes up and all that. And anything y'all want to talk about, I'll cover as much as I can until 11 Eastern Standard Time. 10.5 hours seems like it. I feel like it would be longer than that. I'm trying to remember where Shreveport's at, but it's like 12 or 13 hours to Fort Myers. But we do stop a lot, though. Not my choice, but, you know. My wife, 2 kids, potty breaks, all that. It's kind of hard to do a long road trip without stopping a lot. It just is what it is. By the way, TikTokers, we got 4 minutes left. Anybody that sends gifts, I usually follow back after the live. So just keep that in mind. I'm powering through. I'm powering through for you guys because I love you. How do you get so many subscribers? I only have 16. I need to start making more YouTube videos though because I have 3 in the Fortnite. So my original fan base, not so much on TikTok because TikTok wasn't around back then. I used to do music, specifically country music. So I got followers because of that. And then at some point, I kind of transitioned into doing some video gaming. But then I really kind of quit doing the video gaming. But I really honestly don't post on YouTube much. But I guess they're leftover subscribers. I don't know. Um, but one thing so the way that I have screwed myself over a little bit on YouTube is you don't want to change platforms a lot. So, like, whatever platform you go for, you want to stick with. Um, but like, if you're doing, if you're trying to do the gaming thing, though, play Fortnite if that's what you're good at and you like, do that a lot. But, like, if there's a new game coming out, get that new game and play it because you're, like, stuck in the algorithms or whatever. But, as far as video gaming stuff, though, dude, you just gotta go live as often as you can, play video games, either be really good or really entertaining. My problem is I just don't have enough time to play video games, so the gaming streaming thing's just not really on the table. But normally, most of my stuff is college football, so like on Facebook and TikTok and all that, I talk about college football a lot, and I talk about my faith. But like the college football thing, I guess that's my niche, if you want to call it that. I know how it goes. My 10-year-old can't go more than 2 hours on a road trip without having to hit the bathroom. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Do I know Nick 30 and Typical Gamer? No, I don't. I don't know who that is. I don't really watch like gamers and like streamers and stuff. Like I stream, but I don't necessarily watch like other people's streams, if that makes sense. Nick 30 and Typical Gamer. Mm-mm. I don't know who that is. Honestly, most of my YouTube that I watch is like street preachers and like debates and like most stuff that people would think like is boring. What's Joey going to do for us this year? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to expect for the Vols this year, man. I'm just along for the ride this year. And I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping we can win 9 or 10 games, possibly postseason included or bowl game included, but I'm just along for the ride this year and hoping for the best, you know. Um, talking about Aguilar, I can't remember his first name. I don't keep up with it as tight as I used to. I used to have the Vols podcast, and when I was podcasting, I year round was totally invested. But once I quit doing that, I'm still invested, but I don't follow it as much as I used to. Yeah, so my thing with Aguilar, now granted, my Vols takes have always went against the grain. I don't go along with what everybody says that makes them popular. I just go with my opinion. But my opinion is I don't think he's going to be as hot as everybody is saying he's going to be. Um, and the reason is because if you watch a lot of his game tape and highlight film at Appalachian State, he is kind of prone to trying to force plays, which is not going to go good in the SEC. But the other thing is like, okay, he did pretty good at App State, respect, but at the same time, that was App State. So he did okay at UCLA, but SEC defenses are different. So I don't know. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, he. I think he's gonna force a lot of interceptions, and what worries me is that, is he gonna force them at the absolute worst time? You know. All right, Alex, take it easy, man. I'm about to roll out as well. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys that hung out tonight. I didn't plan on going live. It was just an impromptu thing. I'm trying to sort of get back in the swing of it because football season's around the corner, and I definitely try to go live during football season every Saturday. So I'm just trying to get sort of back in the algorithms and get back in the swing of things. But I'm hoping by the next time I go live, which could be next Saturday, I don't know, but by the next time I go live, I'm hoping to have my software and stuff figured out to where I can have Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok and everything all on the same stream. So we're gonna shoot for that next time. But TikTok, thank you guys for being here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and everybody else, thank you guys for being here. And hopefully, we'll all be together next time, you know? So, but until next time, this is Big Drewski. I'm rolling out. Make sure you guys follow, um, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will catch you guys next time.